What is up? So we just got the latest update. This is FSD Beta 11.4.2. And actually we have a special guest. My dad is visiting, and he's done several drives with me before, but I would love to just hear his commentary and thoughts and really kind of like first impressions of just what it's like to drive with an autonomous car. Again, this is not level 5, but we're definitely like making more and more strides, especially with each update. But I think I actually told you, we just did a drive and I told you that the car took us there the whole way, and I don't even think you noticed. But what it's kind of been, obviously I know it's, you haven't really been in too many autonomous cars before, but what is it like to drive and literally just be watching someone else? Like, see, we even have a person here and it's slowing down.
Yeah. Well, I think it's great. I noticed there's a lot of improvements since the first time that you've taken me in a car. It's much more, the rides are much more smoother, and it's not scary at all now.
Yeah, because I think the last time what has it been, like a year?
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what the last update, maybe it was like FSD Beta 8. All right, we're making a right-hand turn here, and it's gonna go. There's no cars coming. But have you ever been in another autonomous car like this before?
Nope, never been in one before. The thing I like about it is your screen too. It gives you you can see everything around you, which helps out with blind spots. Like in the cars that I drive, they're just regular cars, and you have blind spots. The car can be right next to you and you can't see it. But with a 360-degree vision, you can't miss it, which would make it much safer.
Exactly. So what you're essentially referring to is that it can see behind it, to the side. I mean, it sees the human even up here walking. So yeah, no, it also not only does it do that, but it just gives you that comfort that it's seeing everything, right? So and in some cases it actually tells you what it's going to be doing, and kind of almost how it's going to be predicting the scenario, like it did as that person got out.
Yeah. Well, I really like the rides. It's really smooth. It's nothing, if something pops out the car, it seems like I'd be able to respond to it. But like I said again, the thing I like is the 360 around you, because there's no blind spots with that. So you can look right at the screen, and if a car's right next to you in the blind spot, you won't move into the wrong lane and get hit or something, or sideswipe.
Yeah, no, it's pretty incredible to see where things are headed, and I think that's the thing too. I don't even know if you fully know, but you've obviously probably heard of like Waymo, or even at one point Uber was doing autonomous vehicles. I think they may even be stepping back into it. There's Waymo, there's Cruise, but no one is further ahead in general autonomy. And what I mean by general autonomy is we're literally in Los Gatos, California. We picked a location, we're driving to it, and it's going. Versus, Waymo and Cruise, and I think there's even some autonomous vehicles, even where you are, right? But it's like very specific areas. Whereas this, you can be in any part of the country pretty much and just turn it on. So, and again, all of these new updates all come over the air. And yeah, it's just pretty incredible.
Yeah, I think it's just like riding in a spaceship. It's really cool.
Yeah.
A lot of the Uber drivers are renting these now, and people like it when you pick them up in the Tesla car, because it's so much more advanced and gives you a smoother ride and a great feel.
Yeah. No, it's truly incredible to see, like, where we're headed, what's really next for not only autonomy but for driving in general, right? I mean, yeah. I think with Tesla and what they're doing, they've not only accelerated the transition to a sustainable future, but they're really, as electrification was a huge milestone for this country to go through. See, this is one of those things where it's like, oh, all right, interesting. Sorry, that I'm gonna send over. So that's part of where it's beta, so that was interesting. And I sent that in. But it's one of those things with electrification being as big of a milestone for this country. Autonomy is going to be that next big milestone. But yeah, what did you even think, like, as it navigated that? Like, what were you thinking?
Well, you had your eyes on the road. I wasn't too worried. I think it's just it probably gets a few glitches.
Yep.
They gotta clean up.
Yeah.
But it's great that you can send it in and they can make it adjustments on the driving.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, well, glad you were able to, you know, experience this over time, especially as I know, you know, I think last time you came, it was just a little bit more, what's the word, cautious and a little bit less, a lot less smoother. So
yeah, it's really smooth now. I like it.
Yeah, making a left-hand turn into here.
Yeah, I think as far as safety goes, this is really going to be, this is the next notch up. Especially, you know, there's, I don't know, didn't you say he's selling almost 1 million cars every year now? There's a lot of them on the road.
Yeah, so this year their target is 1.8 to 2 million cars.
Wow.
Growing at, I believe, something
That's
like
more
40.
than all the other electric EV cars.
Oh yeah, there's no one even closer. And actually, the Model Y just became the best-selling car in the world, including gas and electric. Like, just
Wow.
irrespective of category. So we have a person on the right here, so it should go around. Yeah, so they now have the best-selling car, and their car is actually almost twice as much as the number 2 car, which was the Toyota Corolla, which is around, like, you know, $20,000, $25,000, whatever the number is. All right, so we're gonna make a right here, full complete stop, 3-way stop. There's no people or cars. Well, either way, thanks for joining. Glad you were able to just see the difference.